Hi, my name is Amy. Thank you very much for watching, and let's make some bad financial decisions together. This is for entertainment purposes only, so if you're entertained, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate that. So this is everybody's favorite time of the month, Misty predictions, which, if you've been paying attention, the last 3 out of the 4 weeks, we've had a short trading week. Every Wednesday for the last 4 weeks the market's been closed. So I think that with all the market conditions like Bitcoin and MicroStrategy being down last week, and it being Christmas and the New Year's and every excuse, every one of them, I do believe that the distributions are going to be less than what we're used to, but the implied volatility of MicroStrategy is still around 94%. So my prediction is that we're going to be between $1.85 and $2.50. So I really hope that it's closer to $2.10, but I could see a world where it would be just under $2. So that's not as high as what we've been having in the recent past, but that's the difference between if the underlying is falling and if there's a good amount of volume and implied volatility. So I know that $1.85 would not be that exciting for Misty, but it's exciting in general because we should listen to ourselves when we speak, and 94% dividend yield is really amazing still. It's really close to 100%, and that's more than anything else you're going to get on the market. So just keep that in mind when we get the distribution announcement on Wednesday morning. So I'd like to compare the distributions that I have gotten on MSTU over the last 4 weeks versus what my prediction for Misty is. So I have $21,993.75 invested in Misty right now. I have been using less than $10,000 in MSTU. My estimated amount for Misty is $2.10, which means that per dollar of share, I would be getting 7 cents versus MSTU, which I have gotten 17 cents. And that's based off of the $9,500. I've also only been putting out options on, or covered calls on, 600 of my MSTU shares because I want at least 100 that is not in a contract. That way, if it goes up by a lot, I can just sell it without it being a big deal of me having to close something. So, and I've only been putting out like 1 or 2 puts. So, that's where we're at with that. Then, so the current price of MSTU is $9.20, and Misty is $28.75. So if it is $2.10 per share, I would be getting around $1,606.50 for Misty, and I was able to get $1,646.35 for MSTU. So in total, my MSTU distribution yield was 221% over the last 4 weeks, and my estimated dividend yield for Misty is 94.96%, almost 95%. So that's fine. This is one of the reasons why I'm not going to invest back into Misty right away. What I think I'm going to do is, so I'm going to set aside $1,000. Basically, it'll pay off, $1,000 of it will pay off the margin. And then I try not to have more than $10,000 of margin plus options collateral. So that just gives me room to put out one more sell puts on MSTU. And then I want to buy one share of LFGY, which might not be the most responsible thing to do, but I'm really excited about it. And then I'm going to take $500 out to pay off my credit card. Credit cards, but like one of my credit cards that are at the 0% until October. Because the original plan was to only take out money if I wasn't able to get that amount from MSTU. However, I have not gotten any rent payments from my tenant yet. And I don't want to go forward expecting something when it might take a few months to get it straightened out. I don't know at the moment. I won't know until I get told something from the management company. Either it's a misunderstanding and I'll get paid soon, or I'm in a pig butchering scam and I won't get paid at all. And it's difficult to know because I live in a different state and I can't just pop in and check it out. So we'll just pay it off like I'm not going to get paid. And it'll take me, if I use the $500 from MSTU and I just take $500 from Misty every time and just pray that this keeps working out for me, it'll take me 8 months to pay off my 0%, all of the credit cards that have the 0% promotional periods on them. And it'll be slower than I wanted, but if I don't start now, I really won't have money to pay it off at all. So, or at least not before the promotional period ends. And how that works is if you don't pay it by the promotional period, you get 100% of the interest that had accrued the entire time, no matter what your balance is. And I don't want to pay all of that interest. So, you all know that I don't get paid. My income is, I don't want to complain about my income. It's the fact that I can't sell my condo that's the problem. My condo is $3,000 a month. If I didn't have to pay for my condo, that $3,000 would be like really helpful. And basically I'd be saving 50% of my paycheck just from that. So my current, we've heard this rant from me before, but this is very stressful because I was expecting by this point in January to have the money from my tenant. And since my management company for the property management hasn't gotten back to me in the last 2 weeks, I'm now starting to get kind of anxious about it. But hopefully we get it straightened out next week, and I start being able to put the money from the tenant into my Robinhood account, start using that to increase my margin limits, and then, we'll continue to be able to do that, because if we're going to have a turbulent year and the market's going down a lot, I really do want to have, being able to DCA, 500, 500, 500 from my tenant. And that way, if it really dips one day, I can, put in more. But, I would just feel better having that money in my bank account. I don't know what to tell you. So, it's that time where I'm going to promote my own stuff. So, if you want to invest in a high income that is MicroStrategy, right now, your only bet is Misty, which, if you also I don't know. I think we have in-house. So you have to have either Misty or Yieldmax to be in MicroStrategy in particular. But Roundhill has a prospectus out, an MSTW, which I guess they will announce someday. But that would be paid weekly, which would be nice. But you can put in this Yieldmite is for comparing different high income ETFs. So like if you say I have $500 to put in this time, this is what your distribution might be. And if you click into one of these, you can change the starting amount and the stock price and the dividend, and the declared dividend amount. And then, so if you're like, well, this isn't updated yet, so it was actually 15 cents and the stock price is now 15, like you would be getting a $5 distribution if you had put in $500. So this is just a little tool I made, and yeah. And then you might, if you follow Financial Philharmonics, get a little bit of a teaser of whatever I am talking about that day. It might not always work out, but it has for the near future, it might prove to be true. So earlier this week, I was really excited about doing the Misty prediction. So I made Misty King of the Yield anthem. And so it's I like it. But and then we have Memeland, which is it's a parody of Toyland. So it's a nice sweet little melody. And then LFGY is coming. It's coming on Tuesday, and I was really excited about it. So I made another SunoAI song about that. So if you want to support me, I will have links for this stuff down below. And yeah, what are your predictions for Misty, and are you going to be happy or disappointed? I will talk to you later. Bye.